Guys, welcome to my channel and my name is Gurjot. In today's video, we'll be talking about the reading module. In the IELTS Academic reading module, I got 8.5 band and I was on cloud 9 when I got this band. So I thought definitely I should share it with you guys what was my approach in the reading module and how one should attempt it. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and also hit the bell icon so you can get a notification whenever I upload a new video. So talking about the reading module, generally people say that reading is the most difficult module and most of the time they don't even understand what the passage says. So over here, firstly I would like to make it clear that you don't need to understand each and every thing, each and every word or each and every sentence. It's not necessary, but you definitely need to understand the question. Then only you'll be able to answer. So just read it. If you understand it, very good. But if you are not able to understand it, don't panic and don't lose your calm. Just stay focused and try to answer the questions using the tips I'm going to share. When we prepare for the IELTS reading module, we are generally told that as the test progresses, the difficulty level increases. But I think it's totally a myth. See, what happens is there are three passages. So if the topic of the passage is known to you, if you are familiar with the topic, definitely you will find that passage easy. In my case, the last passage, which is generally the most difficult, was based on refraction. And since I was a science student, I found it quite easy. So I attempted the last passage first. Similarly, if you are familiar with the topic, attempt that passage first. Familiarity with the topic is important. The sequence doesn't matter. Definitely, if you are known or aware of the topic, you will find it more easier than other passages. Now, once you have decided which passage you want to do, there are two ways of doing the passage. One is that you read the passage thoroughly, and second is skimming and scanning. So what you need to do is before taking any of these methods, first go through the questions. So you would get to know basically what you have to find. You have to find names of scientists or other people. You have to find dates or years when those incidences are happening. So go through the questions first and then read the passage. Now it totally depends on you whether you want to do thorough reading or you want to do just a scanning of the passages. Some people, what they do is they read it thoroughly. They read it once only, but they read it thoroughly and they mark the answers whichever they find or the dates, whatever they need to find. Now some people just do a scanning of the passage, then they read the questions, then again they come back to the passage to find the answers, and it really takes a lot of time. So what I personally believe is that there is no point of reading it twice and wasting your time. Instead of that, just read it thoroughly, mark the dates or the names, whatever you have to find. It would really help you because you would save a lot of time, because time constriction is also there in the exam and we have to follow that. Also in the reading exam, we don't have separate 10 minutes to transfer the answers. So we have to be really fast and we have to maintain the speed of doing those questions in the given time. Some people find it really difficult to answer questions which are yes, no, not given, true, false, not given. So over here, I would like to share with you something I read when I appeared for my exam. And that was that if they have given you a question, the answer is definitely in the passage. You will never find a situation where a question is given but answer is not given. That is not going to happen. So stay focused. You have to concentrate and find some synonym or antonym which would help you to relate whether it's true or it's false. So just stay calm, composed and focus on your exam. It would definitely give you the answer. If the question is there, answer would be there only, nowhere outside. Some students tend to write yes, no instead of true, false. So read the question properly, whether it is true, false or it is yes, no, and write accordingly. If you write yes, no instead of true, false, definitely you will not get marks for that. It will be marked incorrect. So keeping these things in mind, firstly, the sequence of the passages. Secondly, that what kind of reading you want to do. You want to go for the thorough reading or the skimming scanning. And thirdly, just keep in mind that answer is definitely there. You have to find it somehow. Stay focused. Definitely you will find the answers. So yeah, that's all for today. I'll see you soon in my next video. Till then, bye.